Yes, he'll have an eagle eye on all the free kicks and corners.
So West Brom getting us underway.
Better, you still must be aware, of course, of the people's qualities.
Dawson's cross it towards Rondon, who got the header away. Flag was up against him.
Rondon, who's continually improved since he came to this country, just got there
Here's Morrison with the little flick on here. It's come out to Phillips, who rather snatched at the half chance.
Well, at least they're getting players forward, West Brom, in these early stages. There was a Brunt forward, a Phillips forward, Morrison forward, and that's good to see. But they're not inviting. Sometimes United can be difficult to not only to get in the team, but to maintain. Here's Brunt.
With a great shot, which fizzes wide. Just a little snapshot. He can hit them with that left foot. We've seen that before, Chris Brunt.
It was a good effort as well. He kept it low. Just wide of the far post. Would Courtois have had it covered?
Sunderland in the week. Luis with a bit of work to do. Rondon's got the better of him here. Not for the first time. Salomon Rondon! Good effort. Very good piece of play by the Venezuelan.
Yeah, just nudged Luis, who accepts that he made a mistake there. Nudged him off the ball. Sometimes vulnerable, of course, David Luiz. Here we see it again. David Luiz trying to shield it. Trying to be a little bit clever, actually. I'm surprised he shot here because he had very little angle. He almost squeezed it in at the back post. But I think he might have been better thought of had he squared the ball back if he could. So
Costa got himself in a mess, but retrieved the ball, and Conte deflects. That could have gone in, could have gone anywhere, but goes wide in the end. Well, that really could have been a lucky break for Chelsea.
Yeah, determination by Costa to win the ball back, which was so important. Conte decides to have a shot, and it gets a deflection off his own man. I think it was Pedro that pushed it past the post for him. Pedro, who would have been in an offside position, I think, had that been gone in.
And he didn't come close to doing so there.
No, and the only applause there.
Frank Lampard's here, look.
Yeah.
He's even got his own banner.
Wonderful attacking midfield player. And you've got Morrison. 6 defenders almost as Chelsea attack.
Hazard cutting inside. Gone for the short corner. Routine. Costa! You wondered if he was going to win that, and if he had won it, that would have been 1-0.
Well, I think it was Jakob that was with him there, which was a tremendous piece of kind of holding him off, because I thought Costa there was a favourite. Here we see it again, Jakob with him, and he just can't quite there. Jakob just kind of makes it difficult for him to get the leap. Vital defending there.
It was, wasn't it? Frustration. Oh, and it is too, and it just took a little flick on the way by the look of it. Foster watched it carefully.
Well, that counts as a shot on target, of course, but it was relatively comfortable for Ben Foster. Lovely technique, side of the foot, just drifts the ball over.
No substitutions, just to confirm that from either side at the break. What did you
going to do it? Let's see.
It's the wall deflected. Foster was worried, very worried. Who did that come off last?
Doesn't matter. It's a goal kick.
Goal kick. They've decided that was hit a Chelsea player on the way through, and they're right.
Dean was about 15 yards away, so it was a good decision. Sometimes a television camera can tell us more than the referee. So 3 attempts by Luis, 1 on target. And we see it again. Costa had it covered.
Oh, he's won the ball back very well indeed there, Phillips. Plays it in there. Rondon nearly got the touch that was required as well.
It reminds me of the famous Mr. Clough at Forest. It only takes a second and the goal can be scored. And good work by Morrison on the left-hand side.
Something like that anyway. Matic now invited to shoot, does shoot, and it's about 5 yards wide. Doesn't score. very many Nemanja Matic. This is great run by Rondon. Fletcher closing in.
Yeah, a terrific stretch by Cahill. I don't think Fletcher pulled out his shade, perhaps. Could he have gone in a little bit harder? I think Tony Pulis thought he should.
Azpilicueta, the ball just took a bobble there as he thought about maybe hitting that one. Willian moved the ball neatly from right foot to left, but couldn't find the angle for his shot.
Nope. Difficult to defeat that block. If the game continues in the same vein and it stays scoreless.
Getting ready for West Bromwich Albion, but not before this corner is swung in here, bouncing around dangerously. Alonso was attacking it.
Area. But I always feel if someone gets a free header or if a defender's beaten for concentration, that type of thing, the goalkeeper's under tremendous pressure with no cover around him. Plus the fact in...
We'll break off from that because here's Costa! Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! When you've got a problem, call Diego Costa.
Absolutely superb. Wonderful, wonderful finish. Left-footed, unerring into that far netting. After all the efforts of Albion to contain and maintain their defensive shape, just a little lack of cover there as he muscles his way, and it's there where he stings that shot round the corner. Tremendous shot. Look at the power of the run. Superb. Magnificent.
Shook off Gareth McCauley, who felt all of his 37 years, I think, for a moment there. But what a finish from Costa. That is just when Chelsea looked as if they'd run out of ideas. It sent Antonio Conte off into one of his hysterical celebrations. And Conte out in front now in the Premier League Golden Boot race. 12 ahead of Alexis Sanchez, and West Brom's resistance. Oh, he let it run there, Diego Costa, quite cleverly. Fabregas was behind him. Marcos Alonso!
Tired touch by Dawson there. Once again stretching. West Brom have worked very hard to try and contain Chelsea. Certainly got hold of that ball well. Beautiful shape, Matic, as he approached that ball and drove it. But being a vital member of the side to try and get them up the field at times.
It really has been. Here's Diego Costa. Again, Fabregas is arriving. Goes behind for the goal kick. Fabregas is convinced that's a corner. You have to be careful making big protests like that these days. You're liable to get a yellow card for dissent. Yeah.
Well, Fabregas here after that last week's episode with Manchester City, where he was done on the mentality of the players. I understand everything about it, but I do say eventually you've always got a chance.
Something for West Bromwich Albion. Now look to get the cross in here. Dawson to get it in there. Ivanovic gets it away, but the final whistle goes.
Patience is a virtue. 76 minutes it took them to score. Diego Costa with the winner. 9 straight wins. The first time Chelsea have managed that in the Premier League in nearly a decade. Their return, as you can see there, to the top of the table with a 3-point cushion once again over North London rivals Arsenal. Winning games in such different ways at the moment. As I say, 9 straight victories. Robbie Mustoe, at half-time we talked about how Tony Pulis and this West Brom team were matching